Heather?
All right.
Oh, Heather?
Yeah.
Are you using like what are you using for the cookies? I just came back from Florida last night and I sprained my wrist, but I jumped on, and I guess I'm prepared for this one. So
well, that's all right.
You're not using regular microns and stuff like that, right?
Oh yeah, not using microns on the cookies, but yeah, I mean, so the idea was festive tangling, just period. And like I said, I'm gonna work on my cookies because I need to get them done. But yeah, feel free to work on anything else. Some of the ideas though, and I didn't, of course, grab any. Like if you have, for instance, what I had put together some time ago was just ideas of small, not that drawer, small tangles that were festive-y looking, that you could put in the corner of, say, like a gift tag. And so like I've got some punches that will punch out a gift tag. So I handmade my gift tags, and and you put to and from, and then either in the corner or on the flip side do something cute, or decorating cards, or Diane was on earlier and she was making place cards, and then food description cards, because she's having an event with a group that she's with, and they need to mark what food is what, and it's like, well, this is brilliant. So that's the idea of this. And so I'm going to share in a minute here. I have like 3 pages of festive type tangles, and it's really just a short list. And oh, okay, well, hi Mary. Oh, usually from Ann Arbor, probably around the corner from me. And yeah, so anyway, so that's the whole premise of today, is just to explore some of these tangles. And a lot of them are ones that I've done on, say, the quickie videos, but I do want to share first, and this will be the first tangle that we do, is this bonus tangle. So this will be new. This will be today's daily tangle, and it's really, really neat. And thanks to Cassie for saying, I think I messed this up. And I'm like, I've not seen that one before, and I couldn't find it. And so she put a link, because not everything is on tanglepatterns.com. So some people like have their own blog. So, it's like, oh, I must go find it. And I think she had that one on Pinterest. So anyway, so that was really, really cool. So let me, I'm going to share my screen real quick and show you the list, so that way you can see. And like I said, this is a short list. And what I'm going to be doing in the next couple of days is putting these on my website under a tag called Festive Tangles. So you'll be able to see that and see them online, like I did the autumn ones and the spooky ones. So that way that's all on the website, because that was the whole idea of my website. And I need to get back to that and have these listed. So these are your options that you can play with. I'm gonna try to pick maybe some different ones after this first one, and I'll kind of explain as I go, or can take requests even. But so we have which is a nice, easy one. A lot of these we've done before. Actually, I think these first ones we did last year, if you were on. Jetties is a nice one it's just orbs. And you can either put these bands on. This is the traditional way to do jetties. Or you can fill it with any pattern that you want. And so I have some, just some ideas of things that you could put in there, although you could put anything you want. Kelp we have, which is, squiggly lines with little leaf shapes. And if you color in those, these little orbs that go on either side, it looks like hanging Christmas lights. Onomato is just, cute, anything with orbs, and I'll probably do that one today too, putting it right in the middle of a tangle. And honestly, anything works. It just depends on, what colors that you use. And so we'll have some extra fun. Striping, same thing. That one, if I would alternate, like say red and green, and it looks neat. CAC we did. Actually, I didn't put in, what was the other one? Started with an M. I don't remember now. My brain is stuck. I don't remember what the name of that one was. What was it?
Is it Marley?
Marley. Yeah, I was going to say Marvin. I'm like, it's not Marvin. I know it's not Marvin. Marley, that's it. Yeah. And we paired that with CAC, and then the Christmas red, which obviously, is a seasonal looking one. We did, and then so here's the bonus. So that way this is on this is page 2 at the top. But I'll put this link in so that way then you have it. And oh my goodness, 12 inches of snow, Shulamit. Wow. And the thunderstorms wash it all away, I wonder. Oh, hopefully didn't make for ice. And then so I've got this bonus that we'll go over today. Quilts, which is a nice, I don't know, there's just something about that just makes you think of kind of ice, kind of like frost flower. If you picture frost on a windshield, it looks like that. And then we have our stones. Waka, which from our community, I think that those both fit in, and then I have like a whole page of snowflakey looking ones, except for Joy. Joy is a little bit like but it's kind of neat with that curve. But the rest are, we have our snowflake seeds and these other ones that kind of look like snowflakes. So what I'm gonna go through bonus first, and then we'll go through some other ones too. And so you can, follow along, or, if like I said, if you want to put in the chat, I'll make a list from there. But I'll just, go through some and we'll have fun. Yes. Yeah. We need to make a Marvin tangle. I happen to have on me a Marvin the Martian shirt from Bugs Bunny. That's why I was thinking Marvin. Oh my goodness. All right. And okay, checking the chat really quick. All right. Super good. So bonus. This is a really, I really like this tangle. Let's see. The other one I did was in red. So this one I'll do in green. Oh, and Helen, you had asked. So what I'm using are these Wilton food writers. And Wilton is a brand, they make things to make, cakes and food stuff. And the craft store.
Cake decorating.
Yeah. And it's just, enormous. So they have different sizes. So this is the, I think, ultra, this is the thinnest, whatever it is, and it looks like just a, regular, nice, fine marker. But then they also have thicker ones like this. Mm-hmm. And these ones are called food writers also. They have like a couple sets, and I think the thin ones come in it's like a set of 5: black, brown, green, blue, and red. And then these thicker ones, they seem like they had 2 sets, because one had pink, purple, and orange. The other one I think had the same as the first one I mentioned. But then they also have some like this that look a little bit like a brush tip. So, and I had tried some from Betty Crocker that just didn't, they were like more like a brush tip, but they just didn't work really well. These are excellent. They're just, and they last a long time. I'm just real careful, and I'll wipe off the tip. This was from earlier because I didn't want anything to sit in there. I've only had to throw away a couple that looked a little grody. So every year I'm like, I examine, I'm like, all right, that looks like something is growing on there. So it's going in the trash. So just cleaning off the sugar helps. So, and then I think I've had these for like 5 years, and and so they seem to last for a really long time. I've only had maybe 1 or 2 that I threw away because it seemed to be not working anymore. So, all right. So looking at this, and like I said, work on anything that you want. This is helping me get my, other stuff done. So I'm going to start this one in this. So in the center of wherever you're working with an orb. And let's see. Oh, Jenny's looks like a good. Oh yeah, Shulamit, you're right. Because especially if being that they're orbs, some of my orbs end up looking a little, oblong. So then they have looking like eggs. But that's perfect. All right. Then once you have your orb, then we're gonna do kind of like flux. So it's a very long tethered orb. So starting at the orb and then kind of going out. You want to leave a little room above. We'll just do a single one first. And I do, so one on top and then one directly underneath it. And when I didn't put I might have to eat this one. So I was working with, I put my glove on. I didn't touch it that much. All right. Because these were for somebody else. Well, actually, I was trying to turn my paper more than anything. Then what we're going to do is we're going to fit 2 more of these in here right off of that orb. So they say yeah, I'm really liking this. I also didn't put it on real thick because I have in the past put the icing on thick, and I think that might have also contributed to poking through. It's like you don't have to put a lot of pressure, but I feel like I can have, I'm not, walking on eggshells with this. Okay, so second step is we're going to make a curved line. So I'm coming from the base, kind of doing the takeoff and land idea. So I'm going to start here on the right side of this petal, we'll call it. And then right towards the end, maybe a little past halfway, curving it out so it pulls away from that petal. And what I would do is kind of have it even, at least even maybe with the one next to it. So if you were imagining a circle around there, that seems to help. Although if you don't, we'll do that for each one on that right side. If you don't, there's a good way to course correct. No, it's not really a course correction. There's just there's a good way around it. Not that I did that at all. Okay, then the next step is we're gonna, from this last curve lines that we did, we're gonna make kind of a somewhat of an M shape. So it's kind of just a curvy line. So, but what I'm going to do is same idea with the takeoff and land. It's like this one is a little lower than this, so I'm going to raise it up, dip down a little bit, and then merge it into the other. So that's the takeoff and land concept. Is I'm tracing over, and then I've taken off from there, do what do the shape that we need to do, and then land by tracing over, the line that we're coming to. So that's the takeoff and land concept. If you didn't know that. And so what I found was that I could compensate for some things as I was doing it. So like if this wasn't high enough, I could, continue that line up higher. Or if I made it too high, then I would just start the curve almost right away. And I'm going to guess if you wanted to do more than one little dip, you could. But just see, and this just, I marvel at this. It's like, if somebody said, draw a bow, I would just be like, right. Okay, whatever. And, but by following these steps and, and the people that, that sit and deconstruct and think, okay, how can I do this with our essential strokes in Zentangle? So that way anybody could go and do it. It's just like hats off to and who is the author is this? This was Angie Gittles. It's like, yay, thank you. It's just brilliant. So one thing though, let's see, go ahead. No. Let's see if I have room or if I don't have room. Because you can make it double with this. I should have left room to make sure to do that. Let's start a new one. That will be good for now. Oh, get one that has more, frosting, or that I'll just start smaller. Okay, so, and it's nice because it's not, besides it's not necessarily hard, it's kind of, it's quick to do. As long as I'm staying focused. Although sometimes it seems like, if I'm, explaining at the same time, I'm doing it slower too to follow with. And let's see. Is this record? Oh, you know what, Demi? What I do is I put both of them up, so both of them will go. Just because sometimes we have more. Well, not that we have more. We have different fun at each one. So yeah. So Cassie, what I was wondering is when you were doing this, I was wondering if this part, like if it was either missed or on the wrong side, because I had to look at the instructions a couple times, I felt like, to get it on the make sure I was doing it right. And I thought, gosh, well, if I'm, that could be a caution point if, if it was on the wrong side and then it was like, well, then what am I tying to what at the top? I could see where, that could be, or if I even stopped there or something, I don't know. All right. Oh, so now I have a little one. So if
I missed two markers.
Oh, okay.
Instead of there being 3 on the top and 3 on the bottom, there were only 2.
Oh.
And I think that's what the red one did.
Okay.
Because I made the exact same mistake just now and had to hurry to catch up.
So then you're like, oh, that's it. Okay. So we need to have an even number of petals because, we're going from one, to the next. Because I suppose if you have an odd number, that probably wouldn't.
Well, it turns out looking like a poinsettia.
Oh, well. Then we can learn how to make that too. Oh, all right. So let me, actually, I'm going to do this and I'll do the second one in red so that way you can see. So if you want to make it a double, then 2 ways to do it. And I actually like the second way that I just realized is like, oh, I could do this way. In each of the, these little divots that, after that first step that we do, or between step 1 and 2, as you can see. So to the right of the petal, draw another one of these flux type shapes. And you could play with how however big you want to have the second layer. You could make these a lot bigger, depending on what room you have. But then, so I did those first, and then coming back in the middle of each ribbon. And since we, having this part started, we can kind of match the top, but it's not going to come to a point. This is like using halabow. So pretending the point's here, it's like it's just going to be that. So it's kind of like a big upside down U. And I'm going to guess too, if you wanted to have make these to be a really big fat ribbon behind it, you wouldn't have to put these in between. You could just do the same step, but it would just be a really big, or maybe it's more than one, up and down as you do the wave part. And then the rest of it is the same. We're just going to make that little curve line coming off to the side. I like this because it's like once you get those steps, then it's just like, then for the most part, you don't have to think. And then same thing here, just doing that little curve, the little wavy line into that next the petal piece. Yeah, so like some of my curve lines kind of curved, like almost like they curved down a little bit, and it's just I just build it right into whatever the wavy line is going to be, because they don't have to be perfect. Let's say there is no perfect. Nah. Oh, there we go. I was like, oh, it went blurry for a minute. Oh, nice, Demi. Yeah, and if you can, do something with a piping bag, it's like squeezing and squeezing and drawing at the same time. It's just like, wow, that's something. So I could almost go around, and do another robe. Although I think if I did another one, maybe I would make it, because that could start getting a little too small. So you could just play with that. But I'm well, play with it 2 ways. Because if we put the little the petals in the middle, then at least it would alternate, so that way it's not if I go from here to here, then it's like, oh, here's the ribbon, oh, and here's another one, and here's another one. It's just a different way to think about it. But then, say if you didn't want to do another row, you can just do, I'm just going to do a couple straight lines here. I'm getting this glare from there we go, light. And then I could use a bigger marker, but, and then trying to line it up. That's a big hullabaloo. I'm thinking too, with these, I found just to kind of let them dry and soak in before, I'll usually, like when I take them someplace, I'll put wax paper in between. And, you know, but it seems like I did it one time where I did it a little too quick. And some of the, you know, the food coloring came off on the wax paper. And I was like, oh, that's not good. And I did let mine sit out for a little while. And so, so Patty, I don't know if you, did you, if you just came on, that that's what we were just doing. This one is called bonus. And that's what we were just showing how to do it. And I can do another one too. So that way if you miss that, because it's such a cool tangle. You know, see, then it looks like the top of a present if you just put in some straight lines. It's just neat. Just, yeah, you can see how it's kind of glimmering here. So I put them back on my drying rack and just let them soak. Let's see. Oh, I'm reading the chat. Oh, so I would say toothpick to make lines. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's like, yeah. So somebody was mentioning doing something like this. Let's see. I think I'm going to make a blue bow. Oh, no. Let's see. I like to use blue for other things. Oh, let's try orange. I'll try it with a thicker. But yeah, they were saying, oh, well, you could do this or that and use piping. Like, yeah, I tried my first year because I watched how to do. And said I'm going to do one more here for Patty. So and anyone else that came in after we had started this one. And I remember watching some videos of people doing, you know, all this really fine piping work, and it's just like, oh, that's amazing. But I couldn't even. I was trying to put the icing on with the piping bag, and I'm like, I need like 12 hands to do this. So because it was pouring, it was, you know, oozing out of the bag just as, you know, as quick. And I'm like, well, how do I hold this and get it? Because I just, you know, I was like, yeah, this is just not fun. Oh my gosh. All right. So one more time. Well, I hope that yeah, but you know what, it's always worth a try. It's like, then you know. And that's, Alex, I'm just talking to me because it's like, I'm not used to doing that. All right, so for Peter, anyone else, we'll do this. We'll do one more of these, and it is in that link. It's on page 2 at the top. This is bonus, and so we're making these kind of petal shapes. So starting at one end, going out, coming back to it, and I'm going to think too. If you had a big enough space, you could probably do more of the petals. If you wanted to. This one, it called for 6. So that's what I was just doing. Oh, that one got big. And then after you have those petals again, we're just going to draw a curved line, kind of starting at that same base, curving out about halfway. And then, after those are done, coming from that ooh, and I just had another thought. If you're careful, there's a way you might be able to do that with multiple colors, but that's all right. We'll not get that fancy. All right, and then I'm just going to draw a curving line from where I just ended to those petals, and just, you know, tracing over, and then, you know, at the start and at the finish. That's what we call our takeoff and land. I think you could have fun too with this, the curvy line thing. And that's it. And then if you wanted to do, let's see, let me I don't know if this will work with this on the orange. I might have to grab the green. Here's a thought. So if you are using the doing something like this on cookies, and I haven't found a gray marker, so oh, and Colette. So these are Food Writers by Wilton. That's what they call them. Actually, the last one, well, not that one. The one that I just used, the orange, is the same. The one that's more like a brush tip, it was called Candy Decorating Pens. But they have, like I said, they have three sizes and couple different color sets. And so Camille, yeah. So this is a this is a bought cookie, and so it's a sugar cookie. And I did have a recipe that I put on. I put a link to it, and I can grab it and put another link to it. But yeah, so these are nice and thick. But even when I baked some that were already done, they were a lot thinner and smaller, and they were plenty sturdy. And then the royal icing I did myself. But Tom and Carly, you'll have to give us a report on how did that how did the packaged royal icing fare? Because I mean, I'm gonna guess royal icing, the whole objective of royal icing is that it hardens up and a lot of times has a shine. This recipe doesn't call for egg white, so I don't know if the egg white adds to the shine or not, but yeah. Okay, Randy, we'll see you next time. I'm glad it's working well. Okay, because yeah, so you can buy it. This was at our local kind of big box store. I like that, and it tasted good after licking the spatula after covering the cookies. Yeah. But like I said, we have a gourd. I don't know where you're at. Camille, but so in Michigan, and I'm not sure how many states have a Gordon Food Service, but we have Gordon Food Service, which they're open to the public, but they do deliver to restaurants. And so I buy already baked. They're in the freezer section. They're kind of like a gourmet type of cookie. But I know, I mean, you can buy the dough, already parsed out, stuff like that. It's just I'm just not a baker, so I have a challenge with that. Let me just share real quick to decorate this. We can kind of go back to concepts of shading with the pen, so using like hash marks. So I'm just going to do like I would normally put some shading in here because that's like the inside of the ribbon. So I'm just going to do some little lines. Oh, I think these ones are maybe looking a little better than the first one I did. I think too that putting the royal icing on the sugar cookie, it helps to strengthen it. And then I don't know, Tom and Carl, I don't know how long you guys let yours sit. I let mine sit out like overnight. I think they say like 6 hours or something for that to harden. Oh, okay, you did, yeah, because I did. I mine was shy of 24 hours. I did it like yesterday afternoon, and this looks like I didn't want to take any chances. And then on this side, I'm going to put a little line, dot, dot, dot on this side here. Kind of following that contour a little bit. But so if we go back to the concepts of like the stippling, I know is using dots. But straight lines can we just make that like shading. So that was one way to shade when you don't have a gray marker, or we're not going to put graphite on there. That would be yucky. So oh, and my pleasure, Camille. But yeah, and I'm not knowing what an equivalent like of a Gordon Food Service would be somewhere else, but maybe like a restaurant supply type store, because originally I had gone into Meijer, just like your grocery store, and I thought they didn't have any sugar cookies because I was just gonna get some, but I think they wouldn't have turned out as good because they were a lot softer. Because I ended up buying like chocolate chip and peanut butter, thinking I'll put icing on these, and then I talked myself out of it. And said no, that's probably not a good idea. All right, I'm gonna do, because somebody mentioned jetties, and so I'm gonna do a little jetties here. And jetties was just orbs. Ah, there's a poke right there. So it's just orbs, and then I think I'll do maybe one of the snowflake ones or something. Could be doing these in different colors, but I'm going to do colors on the inside. And then some of me thinks, oh, make them bigger. When you're doing something big, make them all bigger than you think. Great rule of thumb. All right, and then I can always add more. And this one actually, I mean, because it's a little hard to do like those different designs inside. Oh, okay, Sharon. Sorry that yeah. That stinks if the weather's bad. But yeah, we'll send out the pictures for sure. Drawing on these, it might be difficult to add in like a pattern, just depending, because these are thick. But you know, if you're using regular pens, doing them in color or you know, adding especially some sparkly markers and stuff, you know, to it, metallics or whatever. Oh, and then let's see. Instead of flipping my flipping pens all the time, I'll just do some parts and then come back. This one, for whatever reason, it's nice to besides putting the band on, to do the additional ones. Actually, I'll just do one here, just to. And you know what? And it's like if I was using pastels, that would totally look like an Easter egg. Hey!
Hi, Heather.
Hi! We showed everybody the lights.
You did?
We did. I shared my screen and showed pictures so that way they knew where you're at. So we're drawing on cookies, Nathan.
You want to draw on this cookie with Aunt Heather? Yeah, but he has to get closer.
Oh, well, of course.
You want to draw on this big one or the Christmas tree one?
I think your camera's blurry again.
It's not.
It's not?
Yeah, don't see any blurry stuff.
You want to draw on this one? Is that the one you want to draw on?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I put a bunch of circles on, and I bet that Nathan could probably do circles too.
And
I'll show you what I can do.
What's that?
I said I'll show you what I can do.
Oh, okay.
what color do you want?
Tell me what you can do.
Black? Okay.
And now everyone will for sure understand why Mom goes away when Nathan comes over, because he's, you know, you just have to. Because he's too cute. So you see all these circles I drew?
Can you draw circles like that? Or you're going to trace it?
Oh.
No, I'm not tracing it. I'm lining it.
He's lining it.
He's auraing it. That's a technical term.
Oh, you did a good job with that.
And now I need a different color.
Okay. What color do you need now?
Maybe red.
Red? Okay. Everybody's getting a treat.
Yeah.
They used to watch me. Now they're watching Nathan.
Yeah, me too. I almost don't want to do that. I just want to just watch. Okay. Note to self: don't draw over a color. Just wait till it dries because it doesn't seem to do anything.
Maybe yellow.
Maybe yellow. Okay. Because Aunt Heather was using yellow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yellow because I never got Christmas tree.
Oh. Well, see, I keep using green in the. Okay, let's do that.
Christmas
And
tree.
actually, on this one, you can just color some in, especially these smaller ones. That's what I'm going to end up doing.
You want a different color? You want a green one?
Maybe yeah.
Maybe
I think I'm going to use orange.
Orange. That's Nathan's favorite color. We don't have orange in our set.
No.
Oh.
Draw some more on the tree.
Let's see. And let's put.
You're going to do what?
Circles. Only one circle.
Yeah. Oh, see? He's got a
Whoa.
circle going and another circle. Can you draw lines in the circle like Heather did? Aunt Heather did?
I'm just gonna.
Or zigzags?
Or fill it in.
Okay. Yeah, you can fill it in.
Oh. I used the red over the yellow, and so I'm like, why is this pen all of a sudden orange? Oh, yeah, that's why. There, now it's a little bit redder. And let's see. And this one, I always have to, keep turning so that way I don't have these curved lines go in the same direction.
See if there's anything that I want to do on there.
You can see how she did a zigzag line like that?
I think, oh, I did do this for...
You have to bend down to see right here.
To see you?
Yeah.
Oh, I need some blue.
What is this?
That's the copy machine. It just made a noise.
Okay.
You haven't used the blue yet. You want to use the blue?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's copying me.
Are you copying Aunt Heather?
No, I'm not.
No, he's not.
No? Oh, okay.
There you go.
How do you see me?
How do you see him? He wants to know.
I see you on my computer. You can't see me because I have my cameras down.
He's inspired.
I can move my camera at some point and just say, and go like this and say,
like this.
hi, and put
Here's
them
the blue
upside
one.
down.
You want to do the blue? Oh,
There you are. Do you see me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's the blue. Do you want to use the
I'm just
blue?
saying if there's anything else.
Are you?
There's something.
See, I'm turning the camera up and down, and Heather can't do that because Heather, you got to bring it up. You're off the screen. There.
Oh wait,
See.
I can. There, you
All
couldn't even
these-
see me moving that. Yeah, if I try to switch cameras, that'd be just my luck that it would say, all right, that's enough playing around, you.
Oh. Yeah.
An end.
It is an N or a small H.
Let's see.
A smart end because see that short end.
Mm-hmm.
And to see the.
Oh, let's see. What?
It's really much. She's.
And Wendy says, great job, Nathan.
Do you even see me?
Yeah, everybody can see you.
Everybody can see you, but you can't.
Yeah, you can't see. We have
Want to
20.
wave to everybody?
I need someone to see this because it's so pretty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He needs somebody to see this because it's so pretty.
We all see it.
There, now they can see your artwork.
Yeah. Can you see the Nathan can look at the computer screen and you'll see everybody look at little clappy hands.
See this? Watch, Grandma will make a snow.
We'll put little stars going.
Oh, watch. There's going to be snowflakes all over the screen. See all the snowflakes?
Yeah.
No, I just
Snowflakes. A present. I just saw a present. See?
Uh-huh. Yeah. All these people over here are sending those greetings, emojis. They're saying hi to you.
and Cassie says hi. And Patty says hi. Everybody says hi. All right, so that was
Everybody
neat.
says hi.
You didn't know that you were on a call with a whole bunch of people.
I want to do a candy cane right now.
You want what?
All right.
I wanna do-
First one.
Oh, he wants to do the candy cane now. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So we put this on here because you have yours on here.
Mm-hmm. You want the red for the candy cane?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have any white?
Well, it's already white.
And so here says it's lovely, Nathan. So here is from the UK.
You know where the UK is?
What?
England. United Kingdom. Oh, you're doing a good job.
All right. I'm gonna do let's see, because I did mention this if anybody had requests, but I'm gonna put in this quilt. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's see. Well, I gotta watch my time here too. Oh, we got 10 minutes. Oh my god. Because I had said before, so any tangle can look so neat, and I should go grab the other ones that I did because I did.
You want to color some of them in? Like every other one, make them. Oh, okay.
Cassie says it's a yummy looking candy cane.
Do you see the
All right.
candy cane?
Yeah,
You can see
everybody
the
can
candy
see what
cane.
you're doing.
Oh, cool.
And she
Is
can,
Is
She
it
can-
kind of blurry?
yes, because it's moving fast.
Is it kind of blurry?
No, just your hand is blurry. Now let's see, and the quilt is a neat grid pattern, and you do a grid, and then you kind of do lines in between. I like it because it just makes me think of like snow crystals. All right, and then let me remember. Okay, I have
Like
to
what she's doing?
Yeah.
just wait.
Kind of done.
You're
Oh, here we
done?
go.
Are you all
Done.
done? You want to say goodbye to Aunt Heather?
I gotta see
No.
what she's doing on
Bye. Are you gonna watch this
He
one?
just wants to see what you're doing.
Okay. Well, this one looks really neat as you finish it. So
We'll bring the whole plate over, okay?
so you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
this one always takes me a minute because it's like I have to like reorient because now you make a grid and then essentially you have X's in all of the little boxes, and then we're putting a cross inside those. I usually go about halfway into each triangle and kind of use that as a gauge, and then these little extra side boxes are. And actually, that looks kind of cool the way it is, doesn't it?
Coming
Okay.
around.
We're gonna go now, Heather. We'll
Okay.
see you later.
Oh, those are gorgeous, and so everyone can see what you did earlier.
Just a quick look.
They're gorgeous. Oh, Nate, he could probably do that eek one with the colors.
Yeah.
They are so pretty.
All righty. Talk to you
All
later.
right. Talk to you later. Bye.
Love you.
Love
Bye.
you. Bye. Love you. Well, that was a treat. Okay. He's so cute. All right. So if you're trying this quilts, I realize it's like, oh, I gotta get all distracted. This one, it just gets a little tricky because we're just connecting ends of lines, you know, to back like to the grid. But if you follow those step outs, it makes sense. But I like doing this one, and I like doing it in. There we go. I just have to make up what I'm doing on the sides here. Oops. Okay. And just doing one direction at a time. Let's see. And I'll tell you, that even looks neat just the way it is. But then we get those last corners and bring them in to those centers. And then all of a sudden, then you start seeing the what do they call it? The meta shape or whatever starts appearing. And then it's like, okay, I have to, this is like the concentration part. It's like, okay, where do I go? And I'm just, you know, at this point, it's just finding the little ends that aren't connected anywhere and connecting them back to those, the center of those grids. And I know I'm missing something. So I have to look. Okay, here. Well, let's see. I'll say this is just like, you know, doing a tangle and going, you know, underneath, like I like to do under the border. Sure, there's another one in here. But look at how, I mean, that just looks so neat. And it's this one, oh, there I see. The hardest part, I mean, this one just period anyway, is making sure to have all of those, all the points connected to the right place. And like I said, you too can impress your friends. That one is Demi is quilts, and it's on that on the thing that I sent. Yeah, quilts with a Z. And let's see. I was also thinking. Oh, I think I'll have to do a Christmas red, and that one is nice because it's like, oh, we can use. I'm going to do what Mom did earlier. She did one with more orbs in the center. So this is Christmas red, which kind of looks poinsettia-ish. But I'm just going to put a cluster of orbs in the center. Not that they're defined. The name of the bow was Bonus, Bownus. And let me know too, so if you popped in after we started, if you might have to scroll up to the top. Well, you know what? Instead of scrolling to the top, I'm going to put it in here again, just in case. So that way you have it too. But I will send it out because I'm going to send out an email. Oh, and my goodness, we're right up at the time here. I will send out an email with both sessions, step outs, and then if anyone emails me, you know, pictures of what you've done. Oops, I don't want to start with that color. I want to do red. As well as whatever, you know, gets posted on our Facebook group, and I swipe that off of there. Let me just real quick. So if you've not tried this Christmas red, in the step out, it starts with 3 orbs. I did a bunch. But what you do is in between 2 of them, you do a couple curve lines like so. Then a couple curve lines going straight up. And then another pair of curved lines going back up into the center. And it's another one of those where I was like, you know, I'm glad somebody else figured out how to, you know, how to do that and made these instructions, because you know, well, before I wouldn't have thought. Now, after doing Zentangle for so long, you start to kind of see things in these elemental strokes, and you're like, oh, but wait, I see how that could be done. And it's just really so fun. And then you just, you know, keep going around and adding them in between, which I will do that. But I want to see what everybody did, so we also stay within our time. And you know what? Real quick, yeah, open up your webcams, and 1 second, I'm gonna grab just so I can show you something else in the other room. Yeah, okay. Just because they were so much fun doing some other tangles. Oh, these are neat. Oh, Cassie, I like that. Is that neons on the black paper? Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous. And Deb, I love that. That bow. Oh, and look at that white. Oh, nice, Tom and Carla. Those look scrumptious. Oops, I say keep opening up, and then as soon as it seems like everybody that wants to get on is on. Oh wait, no, that wasn't. Oh, those are new. Oh, those are gorgeous. No, I'm sorry, that was Elizabeth. Tom and Carla. Oh, those are gorgeous too. Yes, they open up, and then I'll let you know right before I snap the screenshot. And oh, how neat! I wanted to show Droop. Oh, these are also nice. Okay. I'm just going to put some out. There we go. That way my space looks a little bit fuller. All right, cool. Oh, if this is everybody, let me take a quick screenshot. Oops, 1 second. Okay, let me make sure I got it. How nice. Oh, I did. Okay, so I will share my screen. That way everybody can see what everybody did. These are so, so neat. Oh, and I don't see so here. You'll have to email me or put it on the, because I think you're on the Facebook group too. All right, let me share. I can find, there we go. Oh my gosh, so much fun. Okay, let me make this go up. Okay. Just gorgeous. What neat ideas. And I like that. Mary, I like that. Like I'm going to call it a half eek, just going, up and connecting and going around those like that. It's just it's so festive. And I love the cookies. Look yummy. So here I so every once in a while, and I don't know if it's the like this platform or the app, because I have to go out and in because the camera isn't behaving, but these are so nice. And hell, I like the lines that you did to kind of show the bending of the bow. I like those. That's neat. Neat. And Christina did a triple bow. Super cool. And I like Lynn's too with the the muka and the and a little laced. And the one that's escaping my brain. It's over here.
It worked.
Oh, did it get it to? Oh, here, let me move mine and let me save this really quick, and then I can grab it and put it on. That one will just be called Untitled. Oh, there you are. Oh, so let's see. Oh, gorgeous. Move on. Move them a little closer together, and I'll grab another screen. Oh no, back up. Just a smidge. There we go. Then I can see both of them. Okay, perfect. Okay, oh, and try it again. And oh, and I'm still sharing my screen. Hold on. It still doesn't work. How long have I been doing this? And I don't know how to use it. Okay, so I've got that one saved, so I can now paste. Okay, perfect. I got it. It's because what I do is I'll just like cut and paste and add it.
I'll finish it and send it to you as well.
What's that?
I'll finish it and send it to you.
Oh, good.
Thank
Good.
you.
There it is, gorgeous. And you know, in that and who was it? Lynn had put in the scallop one, and that was I was thinking I could add that one because that could look well. I did it. It could look seasonal as well. And stones. It's Lynn's that you know. It's like my brain all of a sudden froze. But I tell you what, any tangle, because it's like I was grabbing this just so I could show off. So this is my favorite tangle is this flourish. And so I just did it with, you know, red and green colors, and it looks festive. And the same thing with droop here. That's, you know, it's like, it's not necessarily what I would call a festive tangle, but you do it in the right colors, and there it is. But so much fun. So much fun. Yes, and I'm getting them all ready, putting them in, and then this is what is that one? I thought that was really fun. That had a funny name. Finding it. Oh, let me turn off the recording here in a second. That was Splish. So